Look at the marking, some great marking. Check the ribs too. Hi, I'm BBQ Brian from the House of Q, and we're here at the official Grilling with House of Q cookbook launch. An accumulation of all of my stuff that I've done on TV, on trade shows and things over the last number of years. And one of the ones that I get asked about very frequently is this one right here, how to do a really good steak. I want to talk about that today. Now, this is a sirloin steak, and I'm usually focusing on something really simple for treatment, some olive oil and some salt and pepper on both sides of the steak. So smear on some olive oil, a real generous pinch of some salt, maybe a little bit more on that side, and again the same thing with some pepper. Turn them over, dress over the other side with, again, salt, olive oil, and pepper, and you're ready to go to the grill. So we're ready to cook, and we've got our grill, and it's preheated to high heat. And steaks are pretty much the only item that I can think of that you want high heat. Everything else is going to be low or medium heat, by the way. Anyway, you're going to have one hot zone. Right over here on the right-hand side is my hot zone. Over here on the left-hand side is my cold zone. Keep that in mind. We're going to take our seasoned steaks right on the hot zone. Look at that nice sizzle, and we are cooking. Two different techniques to point out. I'm going to do one right here for you. The second technique is going to be in the Grilling with House of Q cookbook. So when you're searing your steaks, on the one that a lot of people shoot for is that perfect crisscross pattern. And so when you do that, you place your steak down in its first position, and you're going to gently lift up the edge and see what kind of marking you have on there. I've got some great color on here, but when I place this back down, I want to put this steak in a place on the grate, the hot grate, where nothing's been there before. And that makes it sear in that second position. So turn 90 degrees and move it into another hot position, and now you're going to have that perfect crisscross pattern on your steak. Keep that in mind, and you're going to have a perfect steak too. So once you've established on your steak that perfect pattern on the one side, you can try and do this perfect pattern on the second side as well, but you know what? There's no real need. You really need only one presentation side of your steak. So what you could do is get a nice crust on the outside on your hot spot, get some crust on the second side, but once you've done that, it's when you're going to take your steak from your hot spot and move it over to your cool area over here, and then monitor for finishing. And I'll get right back to that one here for you. Got some nice beautiful color on this one. Over to your cool side over here. So when your steaks are cooking on their colder zone, right, how you monitor for steaks, you can touch them, you can feel them, and if you have a knife at your grill, that's a true indicator that you're actually not a pro when you're at the grill. Always have a good thermometer, and this will tell you exactly what's happening with your steaks. When you're looking for that perfect medium rare piece of meat, when you're pulling off your steaks, make sure you check all of the steaks that are on your grill, and wherever the middle of that thermometer is, in the middle of the steak, that's the number you're looking for. These ones are about 110. However, this one right at the back is approaching 130 right there. This one is done. This one up front is not done. I'm going to pull this one off onto my cutting board and allow it to rest, and monitor this one to get for the perfect doneness. So off goes my back steak over here onto my plate and allow it to rest. And we'll come back to this one when it's done too. So once we've rested our steaks for maybe 5 minutes, maybe 8 minutes or so, they've got some nice moisture, nice juiciness, and they've cooled down just a little bit, but they've still got lots of warmth. Let's look up that one, cut that nice up on the inside, and we'll see if we've got a perfect medium rare right there, a perfect nice medium rare color on the inside, nice juicy looking steak, and that's one that I'd say I'd eat that. Now, a side dish with this one that I would serve with my guests would be, let me see, a pierogi stuffed potato. Recipe is in Grilling with House of Q. Cook something tasty for your friends, and I hope you have a good steak. Thanks, you guys.